So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the morning after the 2024 presidential election, and it's everything we anticipated and more. We will go through each state. We're going to waste no time. We're going to start in Washington. Now, the race has not been called on most networks. Fox have called it because they've called Wisconsin, but most other networks have not called Wisconsin. So even though Trump's got North Carolina, Georgia, Pennsylvania as well, which we said was the path to victory, Maine takes so long to count that that's not been called. So the district that he's going to win there, he's not got yet. And Alaska also, I don't believe has been called. It hasn't. So we'll start in Washington, 64% in, so this isn't a final figure, but Harris up about 19. That's kind of what we expected. I think we said 17, but uh, she's around 19 points there. Oregon, I said 12. I did say 12, and at 72% in, it's 12.7. California is under 20 points. We're only 55% in, but under 20 in California, her home state. Nevada, Trump leads by 4.5. So Trump just dominating in Nevada. That's at 89% in. Nevada, very close to being called, you'd think. You have Arizona only at 55% in. We know that's going to take weeks to come in. And then we have Idaho. Donald Trump leads by 35 in Idaho. Montana, which is one that was considered maybe close, like maybe within 15. 22-point win for Donald Trump. Wyoming, he absolutely cakes her, but we knew that was going to happen. Utah's up 23. Maybe not such a big margin as I thought it would be, but still, he completely wipes the floor with her. And that's a massive improvement on last time. Yeah, it was 19 last time, so not a massive improvement, or 21. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not the biggest improvement, but he didn't need it. You got Colorado. Harris is up by 11 at 76% in. That's about what we expected. I think I said between 8 and 10. Obviously, there's still time, but that's pretty much where we expected it. New Mexico 99% in. She only leads by 5.5. We had it under 5, but I pretty much said it was going to be 5, and it's 5.5. So a very accurate night for myself. Not so accurate so far in Alaska. 69% in, Trump leads by 15. I had it under 10. That's an unbelievable result for Donald Trump. And then you have Hawaii, which is not in, but of course we know that's Harris. It doesn't really matter. I'm interested to see the margins in Hawaii, though, how the wildfires, if that's really changed things. North Dakota, 37-point win. South Dakota running pretty much in line with North. RFK's vote basically taking away from Donald Trump there. Nebraska, he leads the state at large by 21. Of course, the districts are going to split in Nebraska. Then we have Kansas. He leads by 17. The Democrats saying it was going to be, maybe 12, 17 points. That is a wipeout. And last time it was 14.6. So Kansas turning a corner. Oklahoma, that is a beatdown, 35 points, or roughly 35 points. Texas at 14! 14-point lead at 95% in. Democrats were talking about Texas. Listen, only the most insane Democrats were talking about Texas flipping. But, the consensus was that Texas would be between 4 and 7. 14 is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Louisiana, a 22-point lead. This is unbelievable. Corners have been turned. Louisiana was looking like it was headed towards being a blue state. The black turnout coming out for Donald Trump in Louisiana, a 22-point lead. Unbelievable. Arkansas, of course, he cakes there, 31 points. Missouri, another one that's turned a corner. And look, 15, it's basically, what was it last time? What was it last time? So it was roughly the same. So, and obviously Donald Trump has performed very well nationwide. Or look, has he performed very well, or did we just underestimate him again? Did we just underestimate him again? Missouri is one that's maybe not shifted as much as you'd like a Louisiana going to 22 points. You're not worried about that now for 2028. But a Missouri not shifting majorly. It could be under 10 next cycle. So just keep that one in mind. Iowa, we had the poll. We had the Iowa poll that said Harris was going to win by 3. She's lost by 14. So that poll was atrocious. And Donald Trump just battering her nationwide. Minnesota within 5. I don't even remember if we had it within 5. I don't think we did. But that's, what is that? 4.4 points? 4.4 points. Unbelievable. Wisconsin is 97% in. He leads by 3.4. I don't know what they're waiting for there. He's won Wisconsin. He's won the presidency. It's over. Michigan, 94% in. He leads by 2.1. Unbelievable. He is dominating. Jill Stein also with a terrible result there. I would have thought she'd have done better than that. Indiana, 19-point win. That's another shift. I think it was, what, 14? Oh, no, it's 16 last time. But still shifting to the right. This is unreal. We didn't even have Illinois in our minds. We weren't even thinking about it. 4.2 points. And that's with 1.4 going to RFK, which is essentially a Trump vote. Maybe, it's a third-party protest vote as well. 4.2 points. Illinois could be a swing state next cycle. That is unreal. Unreal. Kentucky, just, again, another whitewash. West Virginia, as to be expected. West Virginia is a knockout. Tennessee, a similar beating. Mississippi, Democrats, again, another one they said would be within 15. 26 points. Or 25.4. That is just... Oh, I can't believe this. Alabama, he leads by 30. Florida by 40. Well, 13. Texas ran above Florida for Republicans. That is a shock to the system. And Florida, I do want to shout them out because they got that vote in fast. Georgia, Donald Trump flips Georgia back to the Republicans. He wins by 2.3. An absolute beatdown, as we said. South Carolina, 18. A lot of people thought it would be within 15, myself included. North Carolina, 3.3. Again, North Carolina considered way closer than it actually ended up being. Virginia, he's not as close in Virginia as maybe was anticipated. He's actually 5.2 behind. So our bold prediction of Virginia under 5. Look, it's 96% in. Maybe he could bring that total down a little bit, but it doesn't look like that's going to come to fruition. Ohio, he wins by 11.2. That is incredible. We had Ohio over 10. Pennsylvania, he wins by 2.5. 97% in. This is unreal. Maryland, he loses by 22. I think I said it was going to be like 30, so that's not even that bad for him there. Delaware was 14. We said it would be a bit closer without Biden. What was it last time? Delaware was 16, roughly 15.8. So Delaware, yeah, I mean, it's not actually. She did all right there. We said New Jersey. We called this. We called this months ago, and it was rubbished. Donald Trump, not just within 10, which was rubbished by liberals. He's going to be within 5. We're 89% in. But, so there's still 10% or 11% to go. But that is just unreal. Unreal. He is 4.9 points off in New Jersey. This is like Illinois. This could be a swing state next time. Minnesota could be a swing state. Obviously, these trends are probably not going to continue like this. Donald Trump is 11 points behind in New York. This is just right. New York, what's the popular vote? He leads the popular vote by 4, by 5 million votes. This is something else. Connecticut. Oh my goodness. Okay, 76% in. I was going to say Connecticut almost within 10. Oh, you go on things like TikTok and you look at these maps from like Republican biased people and you just think, oh, there's no way that's going to happen. Like they have Connecticut within 10. This is happening. Illinois within 10. This is really happening. Rhode Island at 13. 13. This is major. Rhode Island was at 21 last time. Now it's at 13. Massachusetts. Okay, Massachusetts is long gone. That is 26 points off. That kind of makes me think Connecticut and Rhode Island are going to come back down to earth. We have Vermont. She only leads by 32. I think that's a little bit less than we expected. It was 36 last time. And I think we thought she was going to turn on those extreme left voters. Donald Trump within 3.1 in New Hampshire. 91% in, but New Hampshire is pretty much a done deal. It's not going to go red. Maine. This is, again, pretty much where we expected it. Maine, about 8 points, maybe 7.6. So that's Maine. Maine's not been called yet, of course, because they count slow and they're only at 64% in, even though they were one of the first states to close. Well, maybe not one of the first, but they closed pretty sharp. Donald Trump is going to win the popular vote. Donald Trump is going to sweep the board in the swing states. Donald Trump has overperformed in states that he already had safe. He has overperformed in states that were considered safe blue. This has been... And I don't want to say this is like a massive shock, because I had him winning 5 out of 7 swing states, but we had New Jersey within 10, which, okay, he's underrun, or he's run over that in New Jersey by 5 points, so he's massively overperformed in New Jersey, New York, Connecticut as things stand, and Rhode Island. Places like Colorado, he hasn't overperformed. He's kind of what you expected. Illinois is just the shocker of the day. We didn't even have it outside the safe blue category ever, and he's taken it comfortably. Or he's not taken it, but he's taken out a huge chunk from Illinois. I just cannot believe it. Louisiana is one that shocked me as well. That margin is so large. I did not expect that, especially with a black candidate. I thought they would turn out for her. She could not turn the black vote out. Georgia is the prime example. Illinois is the prime example. Illinois is the prime example. How do you go from, what was it last time, 14, 15 points? 17? It's gone from 17 to 4. That is... this... wow. Look, like I said, we had him winning Pennsylvania by over a point. We had him winning North Carolina by over a point, Georgia by over a point, Arizona by over a point, Wisconsin by over a point. I said Wisconsin by 3, and he leads by 3. So anyone, and that was the one I got the most, I can't swear, most trouble for, was saying Wisconsin will be a 3-point win. I got so much trouble for that. And what do you know? A 3-point lead with 97% in. Oh my. Oh my. This is incredible. Is there a single state that's moved left? I'm not sure. I'd have to check that. I mean, there probably is somewhere, but wow. Wow. That is, I mean, Illinois. And again, like I said, I don't think he's like, I think, first of all, we've got to talk about the polling. The polling in these battleground states, they did so much polling in these battleground states, and they still couldn't nail it down. I want to see what the RCP average is. I'll check that when we get the final results in. But we have, what, 7 states left to call? New Hampshire, Maine, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada, Alaska. Uh, when Maine's second district gets called, and then Alaska gets called, he will officially be the president. I'm sure there'll be protests. I'm sure there'll be lawsuits. There always is from both sides, to be fair. Uh, but she got her backside handed to her today, and we won't have to hear from her again. She is long gone. Where do the Dems go for 2028 now? Is it Newsom? Is it Whitmer? Is it someone we're not anticipating? Maybe it's a bit early to talk about 28. 28 for Republicans. It depends on how this term goes. Vance is the obvious choice. Is he a presidential level guy? I don't know. I think he's a really good running mate, but I don't know if he is a presidential guy. Of course, Ron DeSantis will probably be back. Maybe Nikki Haley. Maybe Nikki Haley will run for the Democrat uh, nomination. Who knows? Vivek, I don't think he'd be running again. Um, I think that would be all that I could really think of. You look at the last few presidents. You look at Biden, the longest serving member of the Senate, or yeah, at the time, and the vice president, of course, at one point. You look at 2016, you have Donald Trump, famous celebrity businessman. You look at 2012, you've got Obama, first black president. So all of these people have a unique selling point. You look at 2004 was Bush, the son of the president, George H.W. Bush. That was the same for 2000 and 1996. Bill Clinton was really the last guy that just kind of came in and won the presidency as a politician, then didn't have any sort of external factor. So it's probably not just going to be a Ron DeSantis. That feels too easy. Maybe you get a celebrity running. I don't know if a celebrity would run after a Donald Trump presidency. I think Republicans would just want to return. I'd forecast that Republicans would want to return to just the norm and have a regular kind of politician guy who encapsulates the populist movement and just is a passing of the torch from Trump. Maybe look, there's the whole, well, will they want to move away from Trumpism after this election and just start afresh in 28? Maybe. But again, we'll have to see how the presidency goes. But Donald Trump officially in 2025 will become the president as long as he's not killed, because we on Polymarket actually Donald Trump has he's got like a 99% chance of winning the election, but the actual him being inaugurated I think is at like 96% the chance of him being inaugurated. So they're basically saying there's a 4% chance he gets killed before then. I'm sure he's essentially going to go into hiding after this because we don't want that to happen. Um, but wow, I mean, my goodness, this has been a shocker of a night. California's only 55% in. That's why Harris is majorly down in the popular vote. But wow. Anyway, guys, what a crazy set of results. And when it's all counted and all in, we'll look at it again. We'll look at the margins. Maybe these margins will have come down. You'd think so. Because he is smashing. I mean, Iowa at 14, Texas at 14, Florida at 13. That is just not what we were set for tonight. Illinois at 4, New Jersey at, what is this, 4, 5? Even a Connecticut at 10. That I have no words. I have no words. Look, in the swing states, he's kind of performed how we expected, but some of these other states just incredible. Anyway, we'll quickly go to our map. So this is what I'd call right now. This is what I'd call as Donald Trump victorious. All of these states, and then Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, of course, Florida, and then you've got all of these states for Harris. Of course, she's going to win Hawaii, even though we have no votes in. Trump takes Nebraska at large. We have Illinois, DC, all of these states. and then I'd probably leave New Hampshire actually right now. New York, of course, called. Virginia called. New Mexico called. Minnesota. Where are we at in Minnesota? Yeah. She's gonna take that one home. And then I'd call Wisconsin. I'd call Wisconsin. I'd be close to calling Michigan, and then Arizona, Nevada. Hey, we're not gonna know. New Hampshire is that's 2020. New Hampshire is 91% in. You could probably call it, but by calling Wisconsin, you're saying Trump is the president for 2025, and I'm, that's what we're set for. It would be something very unusual if anything were to change now. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We will be back with the full results another time, and we will go through what it means. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe for the British perspective on American politics. We have plenty more to come from this US presidential race. Plenty more analysis. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.